And we are live. Alright, folks. So, we are back with another Kiss of War video. I will be talking to you about your endgame. About everyone's endgame. What it should look like, how it should be approached. What things do you need to save it for now? What things you need to be prioritizing as you approach it. Um, First, let's start off with a couple key objectives here. I'll be talking to you about your tier 5 units, your officer pairings, priorities, um, combat specifically when it comes to pairing your units with your officers, because we're still having problems with that. Uh, you're rallying, how to fill a rally. We're gonna cover a lot of stuff today. Like I said, I'm gonna make this short and sweet to the point. I'm currently on a couple different medications. I'm still sick. It's great. So if I sound a little different, that's why. First and foremost, I want to cover a few things with y'all here real quick. So, to fill a rally, all you have to do okay, you know, for context purposes, when we're talking like fill a rally, concept behind that, when we're rallying to take a tower or to set a tower on fire, to attack a tower, to attack an enemy's base or their city or structure, what have you, their fort, what the fuck ever. The rally we are building is a calculation of one guy's officer combinations, ideally siege officers, right? Ophelia, Chloe, Dorian, um, Sakura, any siege officer. Ideally just Ophelia and like Dorian. They're gonna take those two officers, they're gonna take all of our troops with them, and they're gonna go slam a base with them, right? That has a couple of benefits. Versus us just solo attacking it. Why? Not all of us have the great officers, right? So, just for instance, just looking at my officers, I don't have good siege officers, right? Those were not really my priority back in the day. I'm working on one now. I'm working on my Dorian. She's almost 5-star. Um, just for instance, that's where I'm at, right? Um, it's kind of a bitch to get to 65 K stars. It's gonna take a bit. Um, but like, so for instance, your ideal rally combination will look like Ophelia and Dorian, or Ophelia and Chloe. You could throw Sakura in there. She's got a really nice guild, or a really nice what do you call it? The like a skill, right? So this specifically increases the damage dealt by allies by 30% and reduces enemy defense by 40%. That's really fucking good. Like, for especially for cracking open a base. Um, pair that with Ophelia and you're golden, right? So the concept of a rally, like I said, is to break an enemy's defense, cause them to lose a shit ton of troops while protecting the troops that you have just filled that rally with. Um, a rally is only effective as the guild members who participate in it. You know, it's only as effective as the officers that lead it, as well. It's a team effort. Our main rally officers, they set a rally. It's our job to fill it. You know, that could be with, you could fill it with, tier 4 tanks, tier 4 infantry, tier 4 destroyers. Sometimes a beautiful thing that Kiss Award just included was a preference. What they need, what they want in that rally, or what they need in that rally specifically, what the rally leader is needing specifically, and I'll show you. Let's see. So I'm gonna set a rally. Set a rally for 5 minutes, or maybe not. Let's see. Ready troop. Okay. So I can set. You see the recommended tabs up here? I can set it to where I recommend people only send me like tanks. I just unselect everything else here, and then I just send my own tanks here, and boom. And just like that, it'll tell people that, hey, I'm recommending you send me tanks, and it'll auto select like tank units for them. It won't send them for on their behalf, but it'll tell them this is what I'm recommending that they send. Um, but just specifically, you have the option to send either infantry, destroyers, or tanks, or what have you. Or Dorian and Ophelia, siege officers are generally generals, specifically, and they can take any troops except artillery. Don't fucking send artillery. I swear to God, I'll drop kick one of you. I don't care who it is. I will drop kick a motherfucker if I see artillery in my rallies. Um, Artillery and not to shit on people who use artilleries in rallies, but I'm shitting on you. Um, like, okay, just to let's just shed some light on this here, okay? Artilleries, they have power, they have attack, defense, health stats. Their speed is automatically slow. There's the slowest unit. No officer has artillery bonuses except for like grace, or not grace. Like the hell's that? No. For you. Okay, Angel. Yeah. So they have like. Okay. So increase the attack and defense of artillery at 10% when gathering resources. That's about it. Like they're not combat units by any stretch of the imagination. You think artillery combat makes sense, right? No. Fuck that. Fuck all of that. Do not send artillery. I don't even say build tier 4 artillery. Don't build tier 3. Don't build tier 2. This is all you need. All you need is tier 1 artillery to even gather anything. They're fast. I mean, they have shit stats, but it's artillery. You're not gonna send them into fucking battle. The gathering benefits between tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 are negligible, and it's just not worth it. You're gonna end up waiting 3 days to build 2,000 of artillery units, and you're just gonna be like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do now, right? They're gonna jack your power up, and you're gonna lose them, and it's gonna be great. So only build tier 1s. Like I said, they're the fastest out there. You can produce them en masse, and they're good for like building towers. Just do that. If you really want to build artillery, just do that. Okay. Sorry, tangent's over. Don't send artillery in rallies ever, unless you're building towers. Then you can. I mean, even then, even if you're building like, I'm talking like slow building towers too. Not hot building towers in the middle of server versus server. At that point, still send your tier 4 tanks. Send your tier 4 artillery. Or tier 4 artillery. Send your infantry or your tanks or your destroyers. Okay, rant over. Alright, now. Rallies. When someone says go fill a rally, or make sure to keep the rally filled, or what have you, they're talking about joining a rally that's already in progress, or that's already, so like, just like if you were to join a behemoth, right? Show me what start a behemoth. I could show you, but like, I was looking at. There's one. Okay, so I set a rally. What does it say for that many troops, right? I don't care who I put in. It's for example purposes. See right there, I have recommended send anyone. I'll click on this. If you're not the person who set the rally, you'll click on this, and then you'll hit join. You can create a troop based on whoever's the recommended. It could be really anyone, but to fill a rally is to keep it at the max capacity. It's to keep it at maximum damage. Max capacity equals max damage. That's what you want. You want maximum damage all the time. Never let the rally fall beyond like 70% of its capacity. or else otherwise you're losing damage and you're losing troops. You don't want that to happen. Nobody wants to see their troops get killed. That's how you kill morale. That's how you kill progress, is by letting somebody's troops die after they spent a month just making 300,000 fucking tier 4 tanks, right? I'm talking like the free to play individuals, right? The free to play guild members who try their hardest to build units and they want to support the efforts. Um, I mean, honestly, it's not a difficult concept to really get behind, but just keep a rally full. You know, if you notice that the rally is not really doing that well, right? And if you notice that your unit's about to die within it, you can actually, if you see this little red X button here, I can actually kick somebody else out of the rally, but you can kick your own troop out of it and refill your units and send them right back in, right? But like I said, keep a rally full. And if your unit's getting low, take them out and put a new unit back in. The idea is to keep the rally full, so you can have the maximum damage out there. Max damage means more of the enemy's troops dying. Means the most damage that you can possibly output. Uh, so anyway, we've talked long enough about rallies. Hopefully, we should have no problems here in the future. All right, so moving on to the tier 5 units. Tier 5 unit. This is the end game, what everyone should be striving for. What takes the longest unit to build, what takes the longest to get even started on. I mean, this is the bane of quite a lot of people's existence. This is what kills people in server versus server. The tier 5 unit. This is what stands out. This is how plans are carried out with the units, with the tier 5 unit users. So, to get to tier 5, long story short, you need to complete all your research. Now, as a standard, complete all your economy research first. Get this all done. You'll thank yourself in the long run. You need this research speed 2 done, like as a standard. You should already have this done. If you don't have this done, there's something very wrong. So make sure to get this done if you don't. But complete all this first, especially if you're heavy on gathering. Trust me, you want to have oil gathering 2, energy gathering 2, total gathering, troop load. This will help you take those like those level 6 to 10 tiles, and just zero them out with one march. That's the goal. That's what you want, right? You want to be able to collect millions of research, or millions of research resources in one go, right? Next thing to do, obviously, if you're in the 20 to million or 20 to 30 million power range, you should have most of this done already. By the time you're at like 40 million, you should have most of your attacks already done. Most of your primary defense and combat units, like attack and defense level 2s, should be close, if not already, to level 10. It goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. When I look at this, I want to know, okay, what are my primary combat units, and how can I make them the most effective? Are already, like, on my 20 million account, I have my tank attack and defense already level 10 each. I don't even have infantry touched. I don't have destroyer touched or artillery even done. I just wanted these 2 immediately completed, and what ends up happening is that you have an edge up on anyone else who doesn't have these completed, and their tank units are somehow weaker than yours when their power level is like 20 million above. It's pretty magical watching a 20 million defeat a 40 million with just tank units. I'm just saying. So if you're main combat unit, and when I say main combat unit, I mean like if your tier 4 destroyers, or if your tier 4 tanks has a a good officer pair, you should probably be researching these first, or these first, or if you're infantry, I'm not judging you, but complete those first. If you complete these first, I swear to God, I'm gonna drop kick you. Not that I'll know, and don't tell me, or else I might actually drop kick you. It's just, um, like I said, complete the research that pertains to you the most first. Um, if you're around 20 to 30 million power, you should be completing your total attack, defense, and health one first, just so you can complete March Speed 2. That March Speed 2 will save you. It'll, I think it gives you that last 5% that you need. Um, and I mean, you've seen how fast like 5017 and 5018 were flying by. That's because they had the March Speed cities and they obviously had their research done. Um, we're already going on 15 minutes here, but I'll try to wrap this up here shortly. Last things to do. I mean, obviously, you're gonna want to complete your total health to attack 2, defense 2. Guys, for these researches, especially past level 5 and up, you should be joining FIM all the time, every time. Ask them for scientists. That's what they're there for. These will save you months of time, months of speed ups. This will put you in a higher power bracket in a more useful capacity so you can focus something on your speed ups like producing troops, completing your buildings, you know? Use the research hub. That's why it's there. That's why it's open join. That's why we went through all the work just to reposition the cities. Um, I mean, especially because when total health and attack and defense, to complete those all level 10, the last one would have taken me 120 days to complete, without without joining the hub, without joining or without getting the scientist title, without tech revolution or anything like that. It would have taken me 120 days of research. I mean, it goes without saying. Join the hub, ask for the scientist title, see if there's like the Red Wolf badge out there. I mean, it's all there for you to use, and it saves you time, and it puts you in a better spot than you were the day before. All right. Oh, apparently we defeated the. I meant that as a joke, but anyway. Oh, and last thing, just for y'all, tier 5 units. These cost a lot of energy, and these cost time. You know, tier 4 units. I think 2,000 you take about 2 days to make, right? I think like an hour in like, or I'm sorry, a day in like 19 hours roughly. If you have the, or if you're in UK or the, I'm sorry, the production guild. Um, but research, I'm sorry, for like 2,000 tier 5 tanks, it takes about 3 days each just to make. If you're in the production hub, it'll take you about 2 days. If you have the Patriot title, it'll take you a little bit less than 2 days, or well, 2 days and like 16 hours ish. Um, and that's not having like or troop assembly or like the Red Wolf production badge. Um, like I said, save your energy. You'll need it. I don't care if you have like 150 million or like 200 million. You need every bit of it. So anyway, that will wrap it up for today's video. Again, I do apologize for the nasally voice. I I'm trying to get better, but you know, shit happens, and we just gotta work with it. This video needed to be made like a week ago, so anyway, um, if y'all like what you see, I'm trying new things. I'm trying to get this information out to y'all. Um, if there's something that you're just not clear about, go ahead and ask me down in the comments below. Um, thank you, and have a nice day.